Day two of Sun and Fun. Arrived about 3 in the afternoon this time. Had to park a little bit farther away from the action. So it's a little bit of a walk, but not too bad. A little bit warmer today as well. The high was forecast to be about 89 degrees, but it seemed to cloud up as the day went on, so there really wasn't that much direct sun, even though it was a little on the warm side. This is where you get to the main grand entrance to the ticketing area. It's $45 for an adult to have all day, single day entry. $40 if you show your membership in AOPA, EAA, or sometimes just your pilot license. Today being my second day, I wanted to check out some of the light sport aircraft. They weren't really flying today. I'm not sure if it's just because it's so windy or if the rules had changed. In previous years, there was a continuous circuit on a little side runway showing off the light sport aircraft, but yesterday and today didn't see anybody flying. This is an attractive LSA aircraft, two-seater. It says it's equipped for IFR. Seems like a foreign-made aircraft. The name is aerobatic, it looks like. Not sure which country it's from. I didn't speak to any of the reps, but nice and shiny. You may have gathered I'm recording with the Insta 360 action camera again. I'll include a link for the $400 camera in the description below if you're interested. There was even a tent for pilot musicians set up for a band of 3 or 4 guys. Not too bad. These unusual airplanes are said to be direct fly SRO Alto, at least according to the N number registration. It's a little interesting that the canopy opens by sliding forward. I hope there's an alternative way to open it in case you crunch up the front of the airplane and need to get out. These don't look like the most practical airplanes in the world as far as transportation is concerned, but if you wanted to check out your large ranch or just fly around for fun, they certainly would fit the bill for that. Runway 5 always has a row of various Warbirds. I don't remember the origin of these. They're either Russian or Chinese, but there's always a group of them around. Colorful paint jobs, as always. And who doesn't appreciate a nice shiny airplane? Anybody know which model this is? It's a jet. And of course, given that this one has a tail hook, it's obviously a naval aircraft.
Yeah. Good, good.
And Snoopy nose art, just like in 1944. And this is the Polaris team with 4 or 5 jets that were flying yesterday with the MiG-29 in formation. Nice paint jobs. In the distance you can see 3 vertical stabilizers, and most pilots know that is a Constellation. It used to be quite a luxury airliner back in the day. I saw this one land earlier, but I couldn't record it because it was too far away, landing on runway 9. But they're towing it to parking right now. Just give it a minute, it gets closer. This one is marked with U.S. Air Force and has a Texas flag near the tail, and a large, apparently cargo door is open on the left side of the fuselage. The other thing distinctive about this airplane is it always seems like it's bent over or has a hump. Kind of reminds me of the shape of a banana. One of these was parked at Fantasy of Flight last time I visited. That's in Auburndale, with a roughly 3,000 foot grass strip. And I don't think they trucked it in, so somehow it flew into that airfield. And they were conducting tours at the time. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. Fantasy of Flight is open only about 3 days a week, but during Sun and Fun, apparently is open every day until about 3 in the afternoon anyway. As you can see, I was not the only one recording this video. These guys are pretty rare these days, especially ones in flying condition like this one.
Smaller 737, these Boeing aircraft getting ready to roll. And perhaps we will listen in to the project once it gets on.
So for you Warbird experts, this white plane with a 25 on it looks suspiciously like a TBM Avenger, like the one that George Herbert Walker Bush got shot down in and rescued by a submarine, apparently with some loss of life among some of his crew.
Different styles, different aerobatic.
It has the tail hook, so it's certainly a Navy carrier aircraft.
One a storied and award-winning veteran of this industry, and the other one of the new faces up and rising, and he's got an amazing history as well, coming from the RC world, and those who know RC models know. All right, let's check in. Let's hear if we can, JC, we can get in the cockpit.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, roger. What's our vector, Victor?
I just couldn't. I couldn't help myself.
This, of course, is a P-51 Mustang Crazy Horse based at the Kissimmee Airport, not too far from where I park my Skylane. They have two of them now, and they offer rides. I believe it's for around $3,000 for an hour. These have been modified to be two-seaters. And what Airshow would be complete without a seemingly brand new Piper Cub? Very shiny. This is the Patty Wagstaff show. Sorry that this camera doesn't do a great job of zooming in, but at least you can get the overall feel of how the show goes. She's the most famous aerobatic performer, male or female. Of course, she's female. And they talk a lot of introduction and play some music. We'll see if we have to suppress that music and the voice to avoid copyright issues, because there was a lot
of going out by Patty, and she helps to instruct other performers, other pilots.
I will do a separate video that has just the Patty Wagstaff show for those of you that didn't hang on long enough to hear or see this part of the show so late into the video. In any case, if you like these videos, like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate any feedback you care to give in the comments below. And have a great day.
Snapping that airplane around, and again, her precise flying. Why her airplane's in the Smithsonian. She's achieved so much, and she just loves to see more and more women coming to these events like we've had this year. The numbers continue to increase. After graduating from high school in California, she moved to Australia. 5 years there, traveled up and down the west coast of Australia in a small single-engine boat with no radio, moved to Alaska in '78, loves the bush planes. She's flown forest fighter support in those types of airplanes, aerobatic. She just loves everything about aviation. Doesn't it show? And Brittany, you probably noticed out at Show Center, a couple of poles erected about 18, 20 feet off the ground with a ribbon. And of course, at some point, as Patty rolls down the show line right now without losing any altitude, impressive, will sever it inverted. And that's coming up as she completes, and yet even more aerobatics high above. Come take a look.
Bringing it all the way down, checking out. Again, you can barely see the color of the ribbon between the poles out there with our volunteers. A special thank you to them. She is going to have to align it perfectly. So you're going to want to have your cameras ready. Please also join us in sharing your photos and videos with Patty at Patty Aerobatics. You can find her across all social media. She's teasing the pole holders right now, Rick.
Managing energy and teaching folks upset recovery and all of the things so important to flying. I want to know that my airline pilot's been upside down at least once, and not in an airliner preferably, but what to do about it. And the love and joy of aerobatic flying and animals. Oh my, does she love animals. Goes to Africa and stuff and looks out for their well-being and looks out searching for poachers and all that good stuff. Very dedicated.
You can also find her usually with one or two of her dogs as she travels with them, not in the extra, but in her crew plane, ferry plane coming over to join her. So if you see Patty, you may also have a selfie with one of her pups.
She's taken more than a look this time, and she actually got, oh, okay, she was just lining things up. She's just building up that moment to where she's going to take a good look at that ribbon and then get busy.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever.
Some of the easiest looking maneuvers are the most difficult to do. Some of these slow rolls, the airplane's running out of energy and gets all sluggish. And yet she's got just the right amount of energy to finish these things off and make them look beautiful. Like an aerial ballet, precision at the top there again, with the energy to complete it and finish the loop.
I want your belly and summer feeling.
Rick, I think she might be coming around to take a look at the ribbon, bringing the extra all the way down. Let's see if she's lining up. Is she going to look? Rolls it upside down, ladies and gentlemen, hanging by the harnesses. Let's watch.
Easy peasy. And a little celebration roll. And that's Patty Wagstaff, legend in our business.
I was holding my breath.